I'm blessed to have built a wonderful travel journalism career over the past 12 years, making me an expert on several destinations and scenarios that people in travel or getting into travel really want to engage me with. And even though I appreciate this responsibility that I've accepted, it wasn't thrown upon me, it wasn't involuntary. I accept this responsibility. Even though I love having this responsibility, it can be overwhelming at times. And this is a sentiment that many other content creators understand and probably can empathize with. When you engage content creators, it might seem like a one-on-one scenario, but it's more like 100 to 1 and even more for some amazing creators out there. So unfortunately, sometimes this is going to result in you getting left on red. But a surefire way to get around that is taking the time and the effort to ask better travel questions. And that's what I'm here to show you how to do. So generic questions will get you generic answers. As somebody who takes my job a little bit too seriously at times, I fully understand how important your time and your money is, and I want to maximize that when you reach out to me and ask me questions. By you doing a little bit of research before you even get to the stage of reaching out to me and other content creators, it shows us that you actually care about this experience and you want it to be transformative. You want it to be dynamic, energetic, and an amazing experience for not only you, but the people you also engage with at that destination. So instead of asking a question, where should I go in Thailand? Spend a little bit of time researching Thailand or whatever destination you go to. Look into the history, look into the language, the cultural norms, the food, and look at activities that you enjoy doing. So a better question will be, is there a place in Thailand that I can go and learn how to cook this dish? Or is there a place in Thailand that I can go to hike with locals? Questions like that puts the onus on me to maybe do a little bit more research or dig deeper into my bag of information and provide you with those sources of information. So spend a little bit of time researching the destinations and you're going to get better answers every single time. One of the biggest disservices I believe social media has done to travelers is it's forced on us this idea of traveling to recreate, not to experience. Everybody's traveling around trying to do the same thing their favorite creators or family and friends did on these trips. These trips and these experiences should fit you. They should be a reflection of what you enjoy doing. For example, if I'm going to Brazil, I train jujitsu. So I'm gonna go to Brazil and train jujitsu. If I go skiing and I want to go to Chile, I'm going to research the best time to go skiing in Chile, which is very different than North America, by the way. It's extremely important that you take a step back and ask yourself, what is it that I want to experience on this trip, and convey that to whomever you're asking questions. And make sure you do an audit of that content creator's content. If all they do is post about food, they might not be the best source of information if you're looking for martial arts training, or if you're looking for nightlife, or if you're looking for luxury shopping. Make sure you're looking at the creator's content, understand if they align with what you're looking for. And this is one of the things I think is really important for content consumers. We're all consumers, but you guys who are reaching out to us for questions and information, is that you start to curate those people that you follow in a way that reflects who you are. Therefore, it allows you to get to this point where you can decide which creator to ask which questions. If you really want the inside scoop on a destination, local creators are the best guides. Period, flat out. So many content creators now out there with hundreds of thousands and millions of followers. They show up in a destination, they're there for 3 or 4 days, and they present some generic content that makes them appear to be these amazing travelers around the world. It couldn't be further from the truth. There is absolutely no way you can show up to a destination and create all the best things to do in Bangkok in 3 days. Guys, we have to be smarter consumers of content, and we have to force content creators to be better at presenting accurate and up-to-date information. So when you're looking at a destination that you want to go, Find the local creators, the experts on these places. I live in Bangkok, one of the most important tourist cities on the planet Earth. And even I look to my local creators for more inspiration, more information. I'm going to go Gary over at Roman Cook and see what he's up to those days. If I'm in London, I'm going to reach out to Deja Shu and see where I can go get some amazing Chinese food. If I'm in Mumbai, I'm going to reach out to somebody there. Like it's very important that you guys look at the niches in all these destinations and engage with those places. So if you come to me and say, hey, Eric, I've got 4 days in Bangkok. I want to experience what the live music scene is in Bangkok. I adore live music. I listen to live music here in Bangkok maybe 2-3 times a week. So I'm one of those local experts that you can reach out to. So reach out to the local experts and ask those detailed questions, and you're going to have an amazing experience. If you truly want to make your experience unforgettable, you have to embrace your curiosity. New foods, new sights, new sounds, new places, new people. That's what makes travel so amazing. So for those of you who've been following me for years, you know that I adore exploration and finding new experience and finding new people and being comfortable with being uncomfortable. You have to do that, or you're just going to recreate somebody else's experience, and it's just not going to be the same. It's very similar. Look up the Paris syndrome and how people go to Paris and don't feel Paris like they imagine it in their head. It's because we're consuming so much content now that we're trying to recreate those experiences that other people have instead of embracing our own curiosity and saying, I'm not going to go to this destination to recreate what somebody else did. I'm going to this destination to discover, explore, and experience my own and be able to possibly tell that story a little bit later. So when you go to these destinations, when you're doing your research, look at things that you might not think about. Maybe go to Buenos Aires, Argentina, and learn how to tango, even if you're not a dancer. Experiences like that can not only give you this small little glimpse into local culture, but it could also open you up to possibly find a new passion. This one might be a little bit hard for some people. I am a talker. I love having conversations. I'm extroverted. I love engaging with people and finding out a little bit more about them. When you have a conversation with someone who is an expert at some place or something, those little nuggets of information come out. The reality is a lot of us who do this for a living, we have forgotten so much because it is just routine for us. It's experience at that point. But having a conversation can pull those little nuggets out that you can really use to make your trip special and your experience something exciting. If I give you an answer to a question and I say, you ask me, say, hey, Eric, what do you think are the best 3 jazz bars in Bangkok? If that's your question, and I'll answer those. Then ask me why. Why do I believe those 3 are the best? Ask me what nights do I think are going to be the best ones. Ask me what musicians I've seen play there. That extension of the conversation not only builds a bit of more rapport between you and the content creator, but it also allows us to give you those little small nuggets of exploration. For example, one of my favorite places in Bangkok to hear music is called Queen Bee. I think the best night to go to Queen Bee is on a Sunday night. And if you want to know why, reach out to me and say, hey, Eric, why is Sunday night so good on Queen Bee? Have you ever wondered how to give back to your favorite content creators? Just give back. Honestly, a lot of us do this mainly out of the love for you guys, for what we're actually doing, for exploring and for sharing valid and up-to-date information. As time goes on, a lot of content creators, unfortunately, are going to start to fade out. We saw a massive exodus from the industry of independent content creators during COVID because people could not survive anymore. And as a content creator now, it's even harder. While you have platforms like TikTok that have come up, it's a very small percentage of content creators who actually can do this full time. And while I do acknowledge that platforms like Patreon are an excellent way or Memberful for people to make a living and you guys to support your favorite content creators, little things like saving and sharing our content is goes above and beyond. People commenting. I actually value comments more than anything else, because comments not only drive engagement on my content, it also gives me ideas, and it helps me to answer the questions that you might have and expand upon the knowledge. A lot of us do this because we absolutely adore travel and exploration. And you taking the time and the energy to engage with us and support our work means that we can keep on doing it. While I will likely be living in Bangkok for the rest of my life, that content over time will change. And I hope that I can afford to stick around and keep making these videos for you guys. So if you really, really enjoy what myself or other content creators are doing, at least please just leave a comment, leave a heart, leave a share, and engage with us so we know that our work is being appreciated. Now, these are just a few suggestions on how you can ask better travel questions. Every content creator is different, and how they receive some of these tips that I gave you is going to be different. But for me, these have always worked well. If you show me that you've done a bit of research, you've thought about the destination from your own perspective, and you're trying to get detailed and thought-oriented suggestions, then I'm going to be significantly more likely to spend my valuable time engaging with you and helping with you. And again, remember, it's not one-on-one. It's usually one on 100, one on 1,000, one on a million in some cases. So as usual, lead the world better than you found it. I hope this helped you. Please leave a comment and let me know what you guys think, and I will see you in the next one.